What's up, y'all? Happy Sunday. No need to mention which planetary body we talking about today, right? The glorious sun. I hope and know everyone's having a great Sunday and a great time. Yes, yes, and yes. Let's get into it, right? All right. The sun, the glorious sun. How big and powerful, right? The one that perpetuates the continuance of life, right? The solar plexus. In Greek, it's Helios. Hebrew is Shemesh, right? The planetary profile is authoritative, creative, courageous, attuned to abundance, healthfulness, spiritual illumination, the life-giving warmth and light of day, equilibrium, right? The Sephiroth is Tifereth, right? Beauty. Now, the colors are pale greenish yellow, yellow, pale golden yellow, things of this nature, gold. The sun is very interesting, y'all. Listen, all right, musical instruments, the French horn, the auto harp, the recorded heartbeat. Come on now. The animals are the lion, tiger, panther, leopard, sphinx, the bee, the winged serpent, the phoenix. Trees and other vegetation are the pine, walnut tree, date palm, oaks, witch hazel, acacia, mimosa. You got the sunflower, of course, chamomile, yellow rose, marigold, eyebright, larkspur, pineapple, mistletoe, coming up, right? And laurel. Cinnamon, frankincense, saffron, vanilla, cashew nuts, and copal. Gold, obviously. Honey, tiger's eye, gold stone. Right? Oh, you understand. Okay. The magical imagery. This is the part I wanna get into, right? The magical imagery. It's two of them. The sun has a dualistic nature to it. Because the sun is the perpetuator of what's going on currently. This third reality, this dimension, this reality, this so-called matrix, that's the perpetuator. It gave us all of the building blocks to formulate everything that we see. Right? Now, in terms of the tarot, we could go in that direction real quick. The sun card, right? All right, you see the dualistic nature is expressed. You also see that the zodiac travels around. Well, is around the sun, right? Okay. Now, the sun is the number 13, right? The 12 zodiac signs, and its reflection through the sun onto us is where we get all of the goodies from. Right, in our natal chart. Now, the sun, obviously, if those, everybody should know this at this point, but the sun is Jesus. The sun is Heru. You know what I mean? The sun is Ra. You understand? Is this type of mirror image of who we really are. All of us are stars, right? So looking up at the sun, that rejuvenating nature is basically, the battery. Right? If you look at Green Lantern, the ring, charge it up. The solar plexus, get charged up. Charged up! We utilize that Sunday, being the first day out the week, right? Charge up with intentions your entire week. You know what I'm saying? Utilize the sun all now. As people talk about sun gaze, charging up all your crystals with the goodies, it is that ray. You look at ancient Commission and all of this stuff where the Ankh symbolization is the sun rays coming down and you see them accepting, and then the rays from the sun then formulates the Ankh, the life in one's hand. But don't forget about the dualistic nature of the sun. Now, all right, right? The magical imagery of the sun is twofold, right? You got, golden Horus, right? You got the youngin version and the adult version, right? So the one version is the male, strong, athletic, right? Holding the sun in his hand. You understand? The youngin imagery is the young child, the golden child. You know what I'm saying? We all hear this about indigo children, starseed, and all this stuff, chosen ones, all this stuff, the golden child. The sun is behind the child, right? In a sense, uplifting, as if is to say raising the child up to eventually them take on the mantle of holding the sun in their hand, right? This is all talking spiritual growth, my brethren, right? It's spiritual growth, spiritual upliftment. All right. So whereas the sun is the generator, God, we are all gods, right? Generator, operator, destroyer. The generator is the solar plexus, the operator, the third eye, and the destroyer is the kundalini. Another conversation, right? All right. Let's get into the solar deities that is described, right? Because remember, utilize this to as the sun, abundance and things like this, attuned to abundance, right? Is the frequency, right? The sun is governed by Archangel Michael, right? Michael, right? Michael is all types of abundance and money rituals out the tail towards Michael and all kind of stuff, mixing the honey and the this and the gold ring and stuff like that in the jar. People do it, all right? just to let y'all know, it's real. The utilization of the energies of the sun. Now, the sun, in terms of the zodiac, is it charges up. Whatever house. Obviously that's your sun sign, and that's like the show in a sense. And then getting into the ascendant and moon sign. But those we'll get into that on Monday on the moon sign, right? Apollo, right? Here the adjectives to give you, because if it's a representation of us, we're supposed to believe this is what we have the ability to do, right? Apollo, right? The slayer of darkness, healer, the prophet, the leader of the muses, right? Dionysus, the son of God, right? Twice born, son of heaven's fire, right? Mystery, lion of light, right? We got the priest of the night. We got divine intoxication. We got bringer of ecstasy, right? We got divine madness. You got to understand the dualistic nature. Leader of frenzy, lord of the dance, right? You got Helios, the all-seeing sun, exceedingly brilliant one, right? The giver of light. You see how everybody has the ability to brighten up one's day and all of this stuff, right? You got Soul, the invincible sun. Invincible. Come on now. The vital force, the mighty helper, right? The Lord of judgment, the Lord of all living things, the judge of heaven and earth. We're talking about Jesus, right? We're talking about Jesus had to descend through the underworld, right? That's the root chakra. You know what I'm saying? That's the Dante's traveling through hell. In Dante, can nobody touch Jesus, all right? So it's to never fear. All right, you are divinely protected. Never fear. You rising up to the ascension to heaven, the crown chakra. You got Ra, the self-generator, the old one, the great old one, the breath of life, the radiant, the winged splendor, right? The strong youth, the king of heaven, right? Lord of the city of the sun, indweller of the lofty shrine, the beautiful God, right? What does all this mean? What is it to attune to? Is to attune to your greatness, your awesomeness, right? To prophesize your divine direction in life to be so glorious that you're smiling 24/7. You understand? Be bright. Be the light bringer to everyone around you, to yourself included. Be the light bringer. That's the dualistic nature also on the sun card, is that it's what is it? It's body and spirit, right? It's the marriage of the two. This is the big marriage all throughout tarot. It's the marriage to your higher self. You bring that down, and then you're tapped in. You understand? It's all a mental process. It's a daily development of understanding how awesome you are and how illuminating you are. We see it all the time when you talk about someone glowing. You know what I'm saying? A pregnant Miss Lady, glowing, glowing, glowing because of that new life, that new sun, within her womb is glowing, is glowing. It's actual brightness, you know? Shine bright, my people. Don't, they can't no shadow, can't nothing can't touch you. You're always protected. Always. I love y'all very much.